Liam, back to the Shay this weekend for a bank holiday crunch clash with newly promoted side Doncaster RLFC. You've done your homework on them. What are you expecting from Richard Horn's side this Sunday?
Yeah, they're playing well at the minute. They've won 3 out of the last 4 games and got pipped over at Widnes. So they're confident at the minute. They've got some big boys and they've got a lot of good ball carriers who are going to challenge us physically, and we're going to have to make sure we're at it, and also they play the percentage as well and control the ball and where they turn the ball over. So they're going to be a challenge from that regard, and we need to be at our best.
You mentioned that they're in a confident mood at the moment. Things are pretty tough over here. Lots of injuries, lots of having to move squad around. But you managed to bring some players in this week both on dual reg from Leeds and in Matthew Pons. Starting with Pons, you'll have seen him at training. What's he been like? How's he fitting into the group, and what do you expect him to bring?
Yeah, he's only trained once. He came over yesterday. Good personality, physically in good shape. He's going to be a challenge for obviously for him to settle in quickly, and for us to help him do that. So it's not without its risks, but at the minute, as it's well documented, we need numbers in and we need players in, and it's an opportunity for him and an opportunity for us to have a look at him and the lads to help him out, and obviously the lads on dual reg from Leeds. Again, we're grateful to them for helping us out, because we're looking like we might not even be able to field the team on Tuesday. So we had to move fast and get those lads in. It'll be a challenge to get them all to gel in a short space of time, and it is a tough period that we're going through. That's pretty obvious, but tough times build resilience, and that's what we need to come out of it with. We're obviously challenging the lads to put their best foot forward, and show what they're about, and show how much they care about the group first and foremost, and looking after each other, and also what they're showing everybody else what it means for them to play for Halifax.
With such a big turnover in personnel week to week at this point due to injuries and suspensions and things of that nature, what does your message, or what message do you put across to the players in training? Is it a keep it simple sort of game plan? Because I'm assuming with the little time that you have with the group that you can't really go too in depth with anything more complicated. Is that the case? Yeah,
that is the case, and that goes for when you're sort of rotating players in and out, or being forced to rotate players in and out. You have to keep it as simple as you can, and I think when you're struggling a little bit as well, and keeping it simple more often than not is the way forward. It is a relatively simple game. It's rugby league. Occasionally we complicate it, and I probably have done at times this year myself. But at the minute, it's as simple as it comes, and ultimately everybody who plays, watches it, or is involved with it knows that it's a team with most desire to go out and fight for it, look after each other, run hard and tackle hard. As basic as it sounds, that's what gets results at any level, and especially in the Championship.
So it's a case of just relying on attitude and application at this point in time?
Yeah, it is, and it is a test of attitude, and it's a test of some of our squad's attitude to keep going. And we've, hopefully we are about to turn a corner in terms of availability of players and getting people back. OB's not a million miles off. He won't be long. Obviously, Cav's a couple of weeks. There's a few more looking like they're ready to come back in, which will be good. Put that little bit of competition for places in there, which sparks another bit of improvement as well, hopefully.
You've also welcomed back Connor Davis, who we thought at one point seems to have a bad break in his tummy. He's been included. Louis Dufresne's come through unscathed. It looks like it's just Woodburn Hall. Is that concussion protocol at this point?
Yeah, Connor, with it being his scaphoid in his thumb, the initial X-ray is tough to tell. They sort of suspect it, and then you have to go and get a second X-ray 2 weeks later, which gives you more clarity on the situation. Unfortunately for us, it wasn't broken, so he's good to go. Woody failed his HIA last week, so he's out this week. Ed Barber is unavailable this week, which we knew about when we brought him back, and he's been playing well as well. So he'll be back next week. And Louis got a bit of a bang on his knee, sort of a knee on knee, but hopefully again he'll be all right to go on Sunday.
And that's it then. Back to the Shay, back-to-back home games, a place that we're familiar playing, a big field. You're going to train down here to get used to things. You must be hoping that the fans in the stands will really get behind the team, because things are really difficult at the moment. We know it's well documented, things on and off the field, but how important is it that they get here and really get behind the boys to get this much needed win for everyone?
Yeah, it's massive. We appreciate the support, and we really want it to get behind us. You know, we know we're not firing on all cylinders and getting exactly everything out of it that we want. Far from it. In fact, probably the opposite. But at the same time, we're still turning up and trying and getting a team out there by hook or by crook at the minute to compete for the shirt. And we need every little bit of help we can from the very start of the game, and the fans to get behind us and appreciate that it's pretty tough, and we know that they're doing it tough watching us as well. But the support, that bit of home advantage, if you'd like, with the sport behind us would be a massive help, and very much appreciated.